What's up, guys? So I'm at my local PX on Post, and I'm getting ramekins for the creme brulee that I'll be making for my wife. There they are. Got them right there, including a large cake pan. So I've already got the ingredients from a commissary, so sorry y'all missed that, but I'll be making the creme brulee tonight, so excited to see how it turns out. I haven't made it like so in depth before, so this should be exciting. One experiment that I am trying out today, as y'all know, it is my wife's birthday, and to celebrate that, I'm doing something that I have done before, but this time a little bit more official. This time I'm going to be making creme brulee like the way it's supposed to be done, with all the natural raw ingredients, and I'm excited to try this. You know, I've done like the creme brulee quick mixes before, but like actually getting to take the ingredients, like the actual vanilla bean itself, split it, scrape it, this will definitely be an experience. So you know, I'm just excited for this. I am looking forward to how it turns out, and excited to present this to her for her birthday. So without further ado, let's talk about ingredients. So of course, the biggest ingredient, I think, was the vanilla bean. And I say biggest, it's not physically the biggest, it's one of the most important, it would seem. So we've got the vanilla bean here. I have 1 cup of vanilla sugar, and I said vanilla sugar, not just regular sugar. That was what the recipe called for, so that is what we're using today. You can, I had done some research on this, you can make your own vanilla sugar. It looked like the process took like a couple weeks, and I do not have the patience for that. But I will try it, because I have the products to do it, so maybe there'll be a different vlog. But anyways, the vanilla sugar that I used came in these packets. Natural Vanilla by Dr. Oetker? But yeah, these little packets right here. Alright. So again, vanilla sugar. I've got, on the next ingredient, we've got heavy whipping cream here. These are 2 pints. I know 1 quart is what I needed, but I found 2 pints. And then we have our eggs, and the rest of the ingredients are going to be introduced at a later time whenever the creme brulee is ready to be served and presented. That said, you know, I'll show you the ingredients when we get to that point, but without further ado, let's go ahead and start with splitting and scraping this vanilla bean. Okay, so we have our vanilla bean here. I've got my knife. I'm just going to cut it right here. Dead center. Man, that thing works great. And then cut this down the center like so. Okay. Man, that natural vanilla like smell just... yeah, how cool is that? And that's what's inside that vanilla bean right there. Pretty cool. That. And of course we're going to use the entire vanilla bean itself, but the instructions say that you must split and scrape. And as you can see, I've worked a nice chunk out of this vanilla bean here. That's all natural vanilla right there. Alright folks, so the next step that I'm going to do now is put the cream into a medium saucepan, and then I've got it set to a medium-high heat. Probably going to set it to like medium or something. And then I'm going to pour the cream in, and the vanilla bean contents as well as the pod into that mixture there. until it comes to a boil. So let's go ahead and get started there. Next step, I'm gonna take this vanilla, add it to the mix. Okay, so for my next step here, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So I've got that set. I have my large baking pan here on standby, and I've got 6 ramekins. If you'll remember the ones I got from the store there. Pretty good depth to them too. There's my hand. Yeah. So when this comes to a boil, I'm going to reduce the heat. I'm actually going to completely turn off the heat and then cover it. So while we're waiting on that to do its thing, we're going to take a bowl here, take 6 egg yolks that's separated from the egg whites, and we're going to take half a cup of sugar and combine those ingredients and mix that together. You can't use too much muscle. You can't make a creme brulee without busting a couple eggs, am I right? 6 large egg yolks is what it calls for. I'm currently separating that from the egg whites. I absolutely Hulk smashed the first egg. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of this cup and pour it in with my egg yolks. Do that. Get them all situated on one side. Pour. Perfect. Just start mixing the yolks and the sugar together. Now as you can see, we just got to boil. We're going to instantly turn that off. Set covered for about 15 minutes. And really you just want to get it to its boiling point. You don't want to keep it on there much longer than that. I have my egg yolks and sugar mixed together now in this bowl. I will now be adding in a little bit at a time the cream to the eggs and the sugar. Being sure to stir as I go. So without further ado, add some of that. Cooking pan now filled with hot water. I used about like 1 3/4 water to fill it up. So I'm going to take my ramekins and set them inside this pan with the water and then put them in the oven for about 40-45 minutes, maybe even an hour. so if I had to make any sort of guess as to which one was going to come out the best, I would say this one right here, because I see it has the least amount of froth in it. This one's pretty good, and this one's pretty good. This one's not bad. Without further ado, let's get this transferred to the oven. Alrighty, so ramekins going in. Alright, so let's discuss real quick about what's going on. So like I said, I knew this one right here was going to turn out the best. And this one looks like I got a little cluster of vanilla. I bet it's going to taste really good. So the creme brulee is now ready to be transferred over to the refrigerator, and they will remain there until the birthday girl is ready for them. So without further ado, let's get these puppies transferred.